I met Cody at a conference in Florida. We got along so well that he invited me to his company in Florida, which was a hydrogen startup. Now, before the end of the conference, Cody asked me for 6 books for him and his staff. He was going to make it required reading prior to my visit. Hey, I was happy to share my books with anybody who had an interest. No one had shown so much interest in my book before. I flew to Florida in January, and Cody met me outside of the new corporate headquarters with a big bear hug. He led me to a conference room where 4 men sat on one side of the table. Now, if you've ever watched the movie Grumpy Old Men, you kind of get that vibe from the way they were looking at me. Now, Cody sat on the other side of the conference table with me. My book was in front of him, and many pages were dog-eared. I thought that was kind of interesting. So I introduced myself to the group, and one of them, the men on the other side of the table, asked a question that I interpreted as, "Who are you? Why are you here? And why did I have to read your book?" Now, I answered that I thought I might be able to help them in their startup journey. After many shallow questions, the group started talking about a current problem they were facing. Now, I saw an opportunity to see if I could try to help them. So I kind of jumped in the middle of that, and I talked a bit about how I might approach that problem to help them solve it in a team-based, engaging way. Cody said, "That's from page 144 in your book, isn't it, Adam?" Well, I was a bit shocked, and I said, I really don't know. But Cody opened up his copy of my book, and there, by golly, was pretty much the same kind of approach on exactly page 144. Well, I found that a bit surprising and a little shocking. The 4 other men started warming up and talking more about the problems they were facing, and we started engaging in that. I was able to share some of my wheel of sustainability and leadership approach that I would apply to the problem they were talking about. That in the middle of one of those issues, Cody jumped back in and said, "That's on page 198, isn't it, Adam?" Well, this was too big a coincidence, but I didn't know what page it was on. I was just happy I wrote the thing. So Cody asked me, "Well, don't you know where you put your wisdom, Adam?" And I said, "Cody, I was just happy to finish the book. You seem to know it better than I do." After further discussion and tours around the new building and the work they were doing, the team agreed that I could help them, and we worked together on part of their startup journey for a number of months. I still have the opportunity to talk with and partner with Cody from time to time, and I'm really appreciative to have had the experience working with a startup because it taught me many things. One is your ability to do many things in very short periods of time, and how critical it is to get the alignment of your leaders in short bursts so that you're able to move the meter forward. I hope you enjoyed this story, gained some insight, and learned something you can use. You'll find many more Kaizen stories on my website, www.pi-partners.com. If you'd like help growing your profits through sustained process improvement, scan the QR code on the screen for a free consultation, and let's start our journey together.